When I was growing up, my parents had a phone something like this mounted on a wall in our hallway, and inside they kept their silver coins. I've always wanted a phone like this, but never wanted to fork out the big money to get one myself. So I found this one that was so badly damaged that it fell into my price range for a measly 25 bucks. I've got big plans for this.
And now for something completely different.
I'm gonna refinish and restore this and turn it into a beautiful, modern telephone charging station. I hope you'll come along and watch the transformation. This phone is made by a company called Stromberg Carlson. There's no date on it, but it's got to be over 100 years old. It's missing the cover for the clapper. The back is gone. The hinges are so corroded and the screws rusted in place. In fact, they don't even unscrew. They just break right off. This phone is going to need to be completely disassembled. The wood front has a split right down the middle. The thing that I appreciate most about this antique are the finger joints. Fortunately, the glue has dried completely, but I can separate them easily without breaking any of the fingers. All of the metal parts will shine up nice on my wire wheel buffer. The front is going to need to be re-glued, but first I need to carefully sand off a little of the dried glue residue. Using my belt sander, I sanded down every piece of wood on both sides. I'll try to save the hinges. All of them have this built-in wire spring, but unfortunately, they've all snapped. Not a big deal. I'll still use them as is and keep some of the originality. The parts that were painted black originally, I'm going to buff and treat the rust, then I'll repaint them with a glossy black. When re-gluing the sides back together, I'm not going to have a lot of time to make adjustments, so I'll need to work fast. And because the finger joints are so small, I'm going to water down the glue a bit and apply it with a paintbrush. I'll clean up any excess glue with a wet rag after I clamp it together. For the stain, I don't want it too dark. I'll pre-treat the end grain with some paint thinner to keep the stain from getting too dark. I wasn't able to sand off this big black stain, which looks like a Rorschach test. It came from the metal and was just too deep to remove. It adds character. I will make a new back for the phone from this solid piece of oak. Somebody gave me a bookcase, I took it apart and saved the wood. Most old phones like this have a back that overhangs the outside, but my plan is to mount it from the inside, and I think this is going to give it a cleaner appearance. As I said earlier, this phone is going to be my new charging station. This charging brick is going to be the heart of it. It's a 60,000 milliamp hours. Don't know exactly what that means, but it's a lot. It's supposed to be able to recharge my phone about 25 times. There's holes on the sides of the phone where I can feed my charging cable through. So before I show you how this thing works, let me remind you that you can buy some Alley Picked merch. I've got these shirts available and these Alley Picked hats. The shirts come in 3 different designs. Now, I don't make a penny off of the sales of these items. I do it to help support a small family business. So if you're able to, please support them and buy some merch. And you'll look really cool in the process. Now, let me show you this awesome, incredible, one-of-a-kind telephone phone charging station. This phone was missing the crank, which made a convenient hole for my cable. The other side also has a couple holes where something was missing as well. On the inside is a large space to store the charging battery, and it has room for other cables. The shelf on the front makes a great place to keep my phone while it's charging. I think you'll agree that this thing is completely different. I've never seen anything like it, which made it all the more fun to build. Thanks for watching Alley Picked. I do hope you're going to be a subscriber. Hit that thumbs up, and if you want to be notified whenever I upload new videos, which is usually Sunday mornings, hit that notification bell. Until next time, why don't you meet me in the alley?